Hola a todos, dzień dobry wszystkim. Welcome back to the Expat Check-In. Today is a very special day in Poland. It's Saturday and it's March the 21st. Basically, it's the official first day of spring. I will be posting this on Monday, but today is the very first day of spring. Now, back in Peru, we don't really have like a ceremony to end winter. But after living in Poland for almost 9 years, I realized that Poles take the end of winter very seriously. Probably because Polish winter feels like it lasts for 47 years. Today we're talking about drowning witches, skipping school, and why everyone in Poland is suddenly cleaning their windows. So let's check in. First things first, Marjanna. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but in Slavic mythology, Marjanna was the goddess of winter, plague, and death. Basically, she's the one responsible for the gray skies and the -10 weather we've been dealing with since November. And actually, this winter, it was probably the coldest winter in so many years. I've been here for almost 9 years, and I remember the coldest winter I've experienced was when I first arrived, when we would go down to -25, and this winter it went down to -20, which is really crazy. So how do Poles say goodbye to her? How do Poles say goodbye to winter? They make a giant straw doll and they dress her up in all rags. They set her on fire and they throw her into the river. You know, when I first arrived in Poland, I saw a group of children walking toward the river with a straw woman, singing songs about drowning her. I was like, what is going on? And I thought, what kind of horror movie is this? But it's actually a beautiful ancient tradition. By killing Marjanna, you are symbolically killing winter so that spring can be born. It's been almost 9 years and I still find it hilariously dramatic. So like, imagine if we did this in Peru every time it got a little cloudy, especially in Lima. It will be chaos because Lima, it's always cloudy. It's very interesting to see because Peru has all kind of climates. It's also very cold, but like where I come from specifically, Piura, it's really hot. So we don't have any kind of traditions or anything for winter or to say goodbye to winter because it's always summer. So to see this and to see people thinking about drowning a witch and like seeing how they take the time to create or to make this doll, it's very interesting and quite funny, to be honest. If you're a student in Poland, today is basically a national holiday called Dzień Wagarowicza. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but let me try again. Dzień Wagarowicza, or Truant's Day. Traditionally, this was the day everyone bunked school to go to the park and celebrate the sun. It got so popular that schools eventually gave up and said, fine, we won't have regular lessons today. Instead, they do games, contests, or they go on trips. Since I'm 27 now, I don't get to skip school anymore, but you can feel the energy in the cities today. And trust me, like, I'm not kidding, it's so amazing to see, and also it's something that I'm used to and I feel the same way. Like, you really can tell when the weather changes here. I think the seasons, they are really drastically marked. Like, you can tell when the weather is changing, and like as soon as there's a ray of sun, everybody goes outside like crazy. They start wearing shorts. You will see like the ice cream shops, they have huge queues and everyone, and it's like they just feel happier. You can definitely tell that, and I just really love that. You know, the cafes are full, the parks are packed, and for the first time in months, you actually see Polish people smiling at strangers. The Polish face finally melts when the sun comes out. I'm not kidding. And then something that is really funny, and if you're a foreigner, most of foreigners, they don't know about this, and I think you need to live with Poles or like be very close to them to know about this one. But there is one more tradition that you need to know about if you live here. And this is called, excuse my Polish, wiosennie porządki. So in Poland, spring isn't just a season, it's a lifestyle. Suddenly, every Polish grandmother and neighbor is washing their windows, and you can really see that. Just look out of your window and you will see people cleaning their windows. There is a saying that you have to wash the windows so the sun can find its way in. Coming from a Latino background, we are used to cleaning all the time, but the intensity of the Polish spring cleaning is on another level. It's like the whole country is reset. If you're an expat and by the time I'm posting this already Monday and you haven't cleaned your windows, your neighbors may judge you. I'm joking, mostly. But on Monday, just thinking like try to remember if you saw people clean their windows, if you saw people like feeling happier, because you will definitely tell the difference. Just go outside, go for a walk, just look at people, look how they behave, look at the queues at the ice cream shop, look at people just walking around. You will really feel the difference when spring comes. So don't stay at home. It doesn't matter if you don't know anybody, just go for a walk, just enjoy the city, enjoy the sun, because the sun is actually out, and this is really weird. Like being able to go to work right now and then leave work at 6 or 5 p.m. and see that it's sunny, or not even fully sunny, but like the sun it's out, or it's not dark as hell, it's really a blessing and it really changes everything. After 8 years, I've learned a big lesson. Don't trust the first day of spring. In Poland, they have a saying that says, "W marcu jak w
Everybody makes mistakes.
Let me try again. In Poland, they have a saying that says, "W marcu jak w garncu." Basically means, in March, it's like a pot, meaning a mix of everything. 1 hour it's 15 degrees and beautiful, and the next hour it's snowing. And yeah, I'm not kidding, like years ago, when the first day of spring would come, or even in spring, it would snow. And it's spring is like everybody gets so happy, and I just told you, like, go outside and enjoy, but be mindful that the weather in spring can be very tricky. You know, you never know. You can be very excited and it's really hot, like it's really sunny, but then it's windy, and then all of a sudden at night it's really cold, and then don't be surprised if it ever snows, because it's happened before. In Peru, and trust me, I'm not lying here, especially where I come from, I've never ever had to check the weather app 5 times a day. Here, it's a survival skill. Enjoy the sun today. If it's Monday, go outside, enjoy it. Drown your Marjanna. If you didn't do it, well, actually, I don't know if I should encourage you to do that, because I don't know if it's allowed to do it anywhere. But I don't know, go outside, and if you were able today on Saturday, we were able to go to the river and see some people doing this, that's really cool. But, you know, keep your winter coat nearby just in case. Did you know that there is a specific Monday in spring? It's socially acceptable, almost encouraged, to dump a literal bucket of water on a stranger's head. You know, in Peru we have water fights, but it's 30 degrees. In Poland it's often 10 degrees, maybe 12 degrees. I remember my first year here when I was 18, I believe, seeing a babsha getting chased by teenagers with water guns. I thought I was witnessing a crime, but no. Just a tradition. If you value your hair or your dry cleaning, do not leave your apartment on wet Monday. And just so you know, this tradition is called Smigus Dyngus. It's such a funny name, to be honest, but that's literally the name of it. And as I said, everything changes in spring. Like as soon as the sun starts coming out, everything is just amazing. Like you have no idea how much happier people become. Like it's such a vibe. So just go outside, enjoy, be happy that you're here, be happy that you survived the Polish winter, and just enjoy. Guys, let me know, are there any weird spring traditions in your country? Do you guys drown witches too, or is that just a Polish thing? And if you're watching this on Monday, congratulations for surviving the Polish winter. I know it was hard if you were here. Usually people, when they move during winter, it's the hardest time for them because it's really dark, and mostly it's not just that it's dark, it's just like the whole city kind of dies, so people get really depressed or they get a lot of really homesick. So congratulations, you survived it. Now it's time for you to enjoy the city, because the city really changes. It feels like a different city, like a different vibe, people behave differently as well. So go outside, enjoy, just go lay on the grass, just go to different parks. Warsaw is full of parks and it's really nice, and even other cities also, like Poland in general is very green, so go outside, enjoy it. Gracias por ver el video, dziękuję bardzo. I'll see you in the next check-in. Ciao, do widzenia.